Hi everyone, this is Raden Wijaya again. Today I'm going to make a model of how the coronavirus spreads in the world in a computer scientist perspective. I'm not a medical person, I'm not a virologist, so take this with a grain of salt because I do it in a computer scientist thinking. Before we can make our model, we have to make certain assumptions. For example, how many people that are contacted by the suspect every day. In this example, I will use 10. I think 10 could be a reasonable number. For example, in Monday you only meet 2 people, and Tuesday 5 people, and then on Sunday or Friday you meet like maybe 100. I think 10 could be a reasonable estimate. And I also need an average number of immunity, herd immunity, and I read it somewhere it's around 80. I think I read it MSN 80% of people are immune to the corona. Therefore, only 20% of the people who contacted with a patient or a suspect will be infected by corona. And the most important thing is the probability of virus spreading. For example, there are one people who got corona and the other people who doesn't have one. The probability of these people to infect these people could be 4.5% to 5%. Where do I get the figure 4.5 to 5%? I get it from government website. I mean, like after certain days, I mean like the 20 days, approximately 19 to 20 days, there are around 300 people are infected. And after I run the number to my model, it come to about 4.5% probability that when one people got coronavirus, it will infect to around 4.5% of the population, general populations. However, not everybody will show symptoms, so around 80% are immune, and the 80% people who are immune will be a carrier, and the 20% who got infected will come to the disease. I mean, like they will go to hospital, they'll show symptoms and everything. And the second set of conditions are, first, the carrier will spread virus for 14 days before the immune system of the carrier will get rid of the virus. For example, if I contract the virus, coronavirus, I will not show any symptoms, so I'll be fine. I can do whatever activities I like, and I'll have 14 days before my immune system get rid of the coronavirus. However, the people who are meeting me won't be so lucky, so I'll be really dangerous that time, but luckily until now I haven't got it. And secondly, infected people, I will assume, will spend 10 days at their home before, or at their work, before they are going to hospital for treatment. So 10 days and spreading virus for 10 days. I think this is reasonably accurate because yeah, that's what Indonesians do. They will go to massage for kerokan, or they will get some other treatments as a doctor. So now I will deal with the example for this matter. Let's say you have a country of 250 million people. It's just around 250 million people. Okay, we have a patient 0 on 2nd of March 2020. So with our assumption before, 10 people average contract, 5% probability, actually 5.65%, 80% have a herd immunity and new infection, so it will be 20%, okay? We see the day 1, we have 1 people infected, total infected 1, infection spreader is only 1, and total spreader 1. Day 1, total contact per day, total contacted, probable suspect, and new carrier, total carrier, new infection is just around 1, it's negligible, it's approximately total spreader 1.5, which is fine. And we'll jump to day number 19. Yeah, today is day number 19 since the 2nd of March. We'll have like, okay, the number of average people contacted is 30,000 people. Approximately 30,000 people already contacted with the coronavirus, and this number of contact will be 10,000. That's quite a lot. So we have total carrier 1,100 people are not carrier in. Yeah, it's not high actually. It's less than 1%. With around like 277 people infected now, with 272 people are spreading infection. With this assumption, we can see on day, let's say day 30, day 43, I think. On the day 43, we will reach the population limit. So all 250 million people has contacted corona already. Don't be too worried. Actually, there are 76 million people contacted with disease spreader every day, and with the probable suspect is like 3.3 million, and total carrier is 9.15 million. So total infected will be 2.3 million. That's the total number of affected people. But from here, since we have reached the population limit, it will go down. The number of people who will spread infection will be 0 by day 54. Because everybody is contained, everybody is taking care of themselves, so we have no more carrier, and all infected people are contained, so don't worry. The problem will be finished by day 53 if this was the case, and yeah, that means this would happen if people do business as usual. The total number affected would be 2.25 million and one. That's quite a lot, but it's less than 1% of the population. So you should not be too worried. Just you can do business as usual and not be too worried. But these people, 3% of these people will die. So that's a lot of people dying all around us, and probably more because not all of them are getting a proper health care. But that's the case that will happen. I don't think it's so, but we can make it way better. 2 million is a lot. Now, what if the carrier does respreading? Well, in the same country of 250 million, so for this unknown country, we can see that from day 0 to day 43, things are about the same. We reach the population limit, where total number of infection spreader is reaching 2.3 million something, and total spreader is like 11 million something. Okay, and but we got like maximum daily contact will be reached by day 47. 250 million people are contacted with contacting corona every day, which is not good, but yeah, that's high. And the total infectable people, this is 50 million, yeah, with assumption of 20% of the population have a herd immunity against corona. I think 50 million will be reasonable estimate. So at 50 million people will be, this estimate, yeah, we have reached 250 million population limit, and we'll reach 50 million infection in like 65 days. In day 65 we'll get 50 million infection, and the number of infection that reach its maximum on day 65, and from there we'll go down and go down, and we'll find like on day okay, on day 76 all infected people are contained either by hospital or they contain themselves. And as with this case, on the day 91 we got no more carrier, we got no more infected people. Day 91, yeah, no more carrier, less than 1, and yeah, it's quite a long time. It's still like we have like around 70 days to go, but I really hopeful that it doesn't happen, because if it does happen, 3% of 50 million is a lot of people. Hopefully a lot of people. This is the worst case that I can imagine. So yeah, I don't think this will happen. I don't think it will happen. Because everybody in the health industry is working hard to stop this, but we can help ourselves. We must help ourselves. We must help the society. Must help everybody. So let's stop doing this. Stop spreading virus. What can we do? Of the three variables, there's only one that we can control. First, we cannot control how the virus transmit because it's natural. We cannot control the herd immunity. We don't have the vaccine. We cannot control the population number because we cannot just get rid of them. So we cannot control how long people are contagious for. The only thing that we can control is the number of average daily contact per people. And now we'll talk about the country of 250 million people. Again, this is the third country. Patient zero is same on the 2nd of March 2020 and average daily contact 10 people per day. So let's jump in. Until day 23, we limit contact to 1 people, just 1 people per day. So that means what? It's unique people. So you can go to work, you can go to home, you can talk with your friend at home, only at home, okay? But you don't go to cinema, you don't meet unique people. But you can still shop at the usual shop you go. For example, you can go to Warung and have some groceries. Yeah, it's perfectly fine because that will the number of your contact will be still 1. But you should not go to the other city. You should not go to other suburbs. Just stay on where you are. Stay home. With everything same, but now we limit on the day 23 to just 1 people. You only contact 1 people. 1 new people, not 1 people. 1 new people. Okay? Why I emphasize on 1 new people? Because this is the only thing to stop the spread. This is the only thing that you can do to contain the spread. Let's say you only meet 1 new people every day, but you still meet the same old people every day, okay? So if you go to your workplace, you still met with the same old people. It should be okay because you've been doing that for the last 23 days. So yeah. All the old people that you meet, all the new people that you meet become old in the last 23 days. So day 24, see, you can see here, total number of spreader is 440.3 and day 24 contact per day is limited to 440.3. And there we'll find out. Okay, by day 35, the number of carrier is practically 0. Congratulations, we've contained the virus in just 12 days. The number of new infections is still 7, and on day 36, we have new infections 0. And this disease will be gone, will be eradicated in just 45 days. So in just 23 days from now, no more disease. That's what would happen when you limit your daily contact to just 1 person. The new person is just 1. If you can limit it just 0, well, it will be a lot quicker, but I think it's pretty hard. So please limit to just 1 people. Problem is gone. Corona is done in 46 days. And the number of people in the hospital, yeah, I think there are will still be in the hospital. Even after day 46, maybe until day 60, everybody will be fine in day 60, I think. And the number of infected is only 1,351, and 1,351 is perfectly handleable. The hospital and the government system can perfectly handle this, only 1,351. Compare this compared to if you don't to contain yourself, the number is very grim, and this one is very good. The number here is very good. The number of minimum contact. Yeah. So please, by all means, limit yourself. You don't have to be hermit. You don't have to lock your door to everyone, but just limit to meet 1 new people a day. It'll be good. So what do we learn from this video? What we learn is the probability of actually for you to contract corona from meeting passerby random people is pretty low. Actually, if you meet random people at the street who caught corona, just one people, you'll only get 1% chance of catching corona. However, the problem is like if you met hundreds of them, it's become almost certain that you will contract corona. And the second is the probability of dying from crossing a corona suspect is even more lower. It's just like 0.03%. However, our problem doesn't end here. Our problem lies with how we congregate every day. For example, we use shuttle bus to travel from one place to another. We use jets to travel one place to another, where you met hundreds of people in one confined space. So that's the problem. So I think it would be best for you to limit your exposure to new people to just one new people a day. So if you can travel with your private car, you'll be fine. If you are on motorbike, I think you'll be fine. But please, please avoid public transport and avoid massive congregation. It might spread the virus faster than you could think. So stay safe, stay at home, and don't be too worried, don't get stressed, and please take care of your health. Good luck.